They're in the walls. Under my skin. They're everywhere. Someone please help. Oh, make it stop. Paper X's new triple TP comp is impossible to counter. Turn any corner, peek any angle, these freaks will be there, will get one, and will get out safely. Now, in attack shooter, this many off angles is ridiculous. But if this comp is so strong, then why aren't we seeing other teams run it? Well, you don't get it! This 5-agent lineup was built for Paper X. Any other team could never handle this much chaos. Now, in order to pull off a sick teleporting comp like this, with constant pushes and split-second openings for first bloods, you need perfect internet connection. So if this looks like you, check out Exit Lag. I've been a customer for almost 2 years, and as of right now, Exit Lag's annual plan is 50% off, half the price, to never lag out again. You'll save yourself so much RR. Exit Lag is easily the best network optimizer and offers a wide range of online service solutions, from AI route optimization to a dynamic stabilizer and a diagnostic center, all while supporting over 2,000 games. Not to mention, their scalable infrastructure supports 1,000 servers across 5 continents and 18 million weekly optimizations. Say bye-bye to lag. And setting up takes like 2 seconds. Head to their website, create an account, download Exit Lag, and install. Then just pick your favorite game, select your ideal routing, apply, and look at the results for yourself. Exit Lag also features multiplayer plans, a duos one for you and a friend, or even a squad plan for up to 5 players, all of which are included in that 50% annual plan special. So if you want the highest quality internet connection possible for cheap, you need Exit Lag. Support me and fix your network issues by clicking my link down in the description. Waylay? Yoo-Hoo? Paper X? Oh boy, T1 are gonna have their hands full. When playing against agents that aren't Yoo-Hoo, Chamber, or Waylay, normally you don't have to expect players to be playing in stupid, ridiculous off angles. And if they are, they usually get immediately traded in Tier 1 Valorant. But the advantage to running these two duelists is that they can make stupid aggressive plays and get out with just the snap of their fingers. Even Omen can play in unorthodox off angles and get out safely. Now, Paper X are known to be one of the most aggressive and unpredictable teams in the world. So when you give each of these uncontrollable monsters instant get out of jail free cards, you end up with some of the most jaw-dropping rounds you'll ever see. On pistol, Paper X are already getting funky, with 4 players ready to fully flush out a lobby, while Vice does her best to stall on C, Garage, and B. Yeah, she doesn't provide the same information that a Killjoy or Cypher would, but if the offerings are going B, they'll probably be noisy about it. But Teets, what is that flash? Vice isn't even here to use it! Jimmy, that flash isn't for her. Remember this. And now, lucky for T1, they aren't headed into this 4-stack. They're geared up to split C through Garage, but are taking their time knowing that Paper X's double duelists are going to make a play somewhere. The match begins with a Cypher cage from the offense and smoke from the defense, but Meteor doesn't activate his right away. Now, with 4 players here, Paper X feel confident to keep moving forward and clear the area, but are suspicious a push might happen once the cage pops. But T1 want to go mid. Cypher Spy Cam clears from B for Buzz to move up and send his decoy into Garage behind a recon and dark cover for Window. With Garage secure, the rest of T1 begin moving up C long, but Vice is telling her team that the offense are making moves, so they push through lobby behind Device Prowler. But Meteor hears them.
Garage in. Garage, boys. In. Hit on the left. Ding. No. Kill it. Let's kill together. Okay. Boys. Come on, Window. I'm in garage. While running. Okay lah.
By throwing herself out from Window all willy-nilly, Waylay was able to clear out the entirety of mid for her team, get back safe, got Cypher killed, but Buzz got the trade, and landed a sick shot afterwards. But Divide dying is a way bigger problem than you think. Because remember this flower I told you to remember, Jimmy? Well, the plan was to activate it when Paper X were flanking. T1 would be like, someone's flanking, fight them! Ah! But without their flash, Paper X elect to retake the Garage in B to eventually funnel through spawn. And now because T1's flank watch is down, they're also pushing into spawn, and Neon goes deep and sets up a cross with their team.
Wait, nothing, Prowler. Wait, one more. Go, wait. Let's go together, pet. No, go together, please, go. Wait, nice. Okay. Go let the pet. I'm flat. Kill him. Nice! Let's go! Defuse.
What was that crossfire? What the fuck? In this position, Omen should be the one taking first, then Neon swings. Your Yoo-Hoo and Sova are watching flank and Garage. Omen should take first, and Yoo-Hoo can still help from this position. Swing off him, Neon! On the following eco, we got to see why Vice is very good at slowing down a Neon comp. T1 took mid, peeked in the garage, saw Waylay with her refract active, and were like, oh, let's wait that out. And Neon decided to run at her and hope.
Nice. Let's see a bishop. 1, 2. I want to.
Last trap destroyed.
Let's go. Let's roll this. Come on, gotta finish.
Oh,
let's go, that was cool, son.
I think Forsaken tried using his dash to clear outside garage at the end, so that was pretty cool. But now it's time for T1's first full buy and more teleport shenanigans. Because T1 didn't get burned by Device Flash in round 1, Paper X are running the same setup as back then. Now the offense are spread out and are playing slow. They know Paper X have worse weapons, so an aggressive play is likely to find an early advantage. Round 3 starts with PRX's smoke, followed by a recon from Stacks, and a hot from Patman, clearing right past Meteor's cage. Cypher thinks that's enough pressure and backs off, while his team starts slowly investigating mid. But do Paper X push like they did on Pistol? No! So this time they elect to leave Jing to solo this line, while the rest of Paper X stack the rest of Haven. Something teleports, these two run away, and T1 slot themselves into C-Long and outside garage. We see the smoke for window, decoy, but Aldrum this time, and this pressure forces Paper X to make a play with their teleports. Fade Prowlers for Waylay to peek with a refract, but DH dies to something. At T1 were waiting for Paper X to get aggressive, and it was B, so DH didn't expect someone else to also be peeking C. And these two are still fighting Neon in mid.
Who the fuck does he think he is?
I think he's
you piece of shit.
Now, hitting C all from garage is not a good idea, so T1 quickly come up with a plan B. They decide to leave Buzz in garage to lurk, while everyone else regroups on A and pounces on the lone lobby holder. But Paper X are one step ahead. Yoo-Hoo takes his gate crash, Waylay activates her refract, and a bulk of the defense are running over to reinforce Jing. But wait, hold on, Jing, where are you going? You don't have a teleport like they do.
Forward here at A main, and look how many other players have joined in. Patman as well as something, both now in position, just bounding around here.
The Omen! Okay, so yes, Omen can play in more off angles than your normal agent could, but his teleport is not nearly as instant as these guys. You gotta pull it out, aim it, go through the animation, but it is still really good. Like holding Sewer from the opposite side, it's a nice angle. But from up here, after you made a sound cue by hitting the cage, is trolling. The player count is even, but because Omen died, T1 must think short is clear.
Patman now scaling forward, look at the try to get the jump. Spike in hand, now on the floor, Stacks dropped. Player advantage to the side of Paper X as they look to try to convert this bonus. Buzz just now swinging around the back, Forsaken having the read.
So Patman had a timing, Buzz had a timing, now it's a 2 versus 4. How do you win this?
In a catastrophic position. 14 seconds remaining, fast lane goes up, Meteor able to find one, but Patman just gets the tap through the wall. Meteor having to do it all. We'll go ahead and swap out the outlaw for
T1 are on a save, and against buys like these, you should play more passive to avoid accidentally gifting any guns to the team that's saving. My teammates in ranked are really bad at this. And so are Paper X. In their 2-2-1, they're pulling off a sick bait and switch, while T1 are defaulting A this time in their 0-1-4. But why not C long? I know you guys have stingers, but Buzz is going to have his ult next round if he grabs the orb. And I feel like teams don't default C long enough. This ult point is so free for the offense. Whatever. The barriers fall and the attackers smoke and run into lobby while something walks down mid and Forsaken breaks the spy cam so his Yoo-Hoo doesn't get spotted.
Convergent paths, you've got the Nightfall. Bye-bye.
quick little refract back. I think I might have called Izu Buzz in the previous round. Gonna have to get used to seeing Izu on the Neon. At the same time though, Meteor.
How are you supposed to play against this many teleports at once? And normally, you only have to worry about a Jet pushed up, and she can't even go that far. But a Yoo-Hoo, Waylay, and Omen, piloted by Paper X? You have to be paranoid about turning every corner. Especially when one duelist is showing themselves, then hides for the other to make a play. It's like Paper X are taking turns playing with their prey, pushing and pulling around the map. And now with that kill clearing mid and Vice spotting C earlier, Paper X are convinced that it's A. But the offense don't feel like they should go just yet, so they back off into mid to make sure Yoo-Hoo's left and isn't getting free info. But unless T1 sprints up mid with their knife out, there isn't a reason to hold B or garage. The timing just doesn't exist.
Push this over the line. DH trying to open up some space towards A, going on the swing, but two players stacked up. Then coming forward, something collecting at third. Patman refilling the space, will be able to go ahead and seal the deal on the rounds. Just one casualty. 4-0 start here for Paper X, and for T1,
Okay, now it might look troll that something was just swinging into the stingers, but because he did, he has his ult, and he's going to need it for this play. In Paper X's 3-0-2, they're pushing out of garage harder than I've ever seen, while Vice and Fade prepare to bunker down on A. The device setup has been towards mid and C most of this game, so T1 shouldn't expect this push in the repeated 2-2-1 mid default. The round starts with a smoke for lobby, but that's just to make it look like previous rounds. Yoru sends out his gate crash, Waylay slows, and Omen paranoias. Something takes the portal, but no one's here. Well, now what?
Gonna be dodged there by Buzz.
But this allows for the push up here from something. Himself in a position, stacks around that left-hand corner. The turn back, though, it's going to be a timing hit as Buzz.
Okay, so I think Paper X planned on someone jumping on hay bale a few seconds into the round, but no one was here. And I don't think Paper X planned past that. I mean, why not just TP back, or even use your ult? The info's kind of nice. Regardless, if someone was here, their plan would have looked really cool, but there's no one. In the meantime, Meteor has made his way into sewer since his cam wasn't contested. T1 slowly start to make their way over, but want to make sure no one pushed with Yoru. So Stacks tosses the spike and rips his drone from outside window and attacks Jing. But as that drone was coming, Jing was telling his team to hide so they could swing after, and they find that the offense isn't even there. So Paper X continue the push down mid with Waylay and Garage primed to rip her ult off her team's contact. But it's empty. T1 have been walking up A. And now because the map is so quiet, Vice is sprinting back to A to try and make a play off her setup as T1 are executing.
Extra player on the backside potentially. Let's see if Paper X goes for it. This should be a pretty easy site take. Both Devi though.
Running on a timing, but double face from the duelists. Buzz able to go.
Devi thought that like we saw in Garage earlier, Nyan would be separated from the rest of her team. But Buzz teleported across instead and gave Paper X a taste of their own medicine. And now, yes, being down 3 players to 5 kind of sucks, but Paper X have way more money to work with than T1. This round is no longer about the win, but instead making it expensive to win. So Forsaken snaps a trip, and these two go into heaven to try and make a play.
That trip where the second pulse had come through. Haunts at the ready now from Patman. They're up and over the top. Jing on the swing. Times it well. Finds Meteor. Refract out. And that is going to be Forsaken now. In all likelihood trying to escape, but it's a nice shot from DH from a narrow little window. It comes up with it.
It's another full buy, and Paper X have invested into an op for something. But with 3 ults online, their plan isn't what you think in their initial 1-1-3. Will T1 run into this Elo cannon in their passive default? The round starts with the same cage and cam combo from Meteor, and it spots something in his op. Once the space is cleared with Patman's Haunt, he TPs out. After being spotted by the Spike Hammer and Recon, all 3 players immediately pivot off of A. Vice and Waylay scooch over to make room for Omen and Fade to pick up B, while something is running a marathon in spawn to get to C. I mean, the offense just saw him on A. I doubt they expect him on C. But by the time he gets there, DH has slotted himself into cubby, Buzz has cleared mid solo, and Meteor is walking down A behind his cage and stacks his drone. Does something go back? It could be fake pressure.
Plenty of noise being made, though. Is he going to be ready for this? Swings in, and oh, both of them kind of missing each other. Quick little.
And now he's back to A. But if you look closely, Waylay got out too. So Paper X started the round by aggroing A, then teleported to the left half of the map to push there next. And when I was watching this interaction, something in my head clicked about this Vice wall. By laying it down here, Forsaken can peek out of garage however he wants.
You need to leave!
Maybe even camp in it, but teleport out safely. If T1 want to run him down, they'll be cut off by this wall, and then they'll get flashed. But what are those thorns doing up there? The op is now back on A, and is ready to peek short after Patman's Prowler latches onto Cypher. But wait, why did we smoke? Meteor would have died. Okay, well, Buzz has entered his dimensional drift and is clearing out sight, forcing Paper X to retreat. But then Patman rips his ult, and something flies out of heaven to start telling his team where everyone's at.
Something now dropping down. Trying to escort them forward. Devi playing off the back of that, able to find Stacks. Takes him down, Spike not yet planted. Izu barely staying alive, is able to find Jing. Slides back behind the box, but now Forsaken arriving in from behind. Gonna be good for one Patman at the same time, able to find Meteor, but then gets taken down, and it's all on something.
It took 15 seconds, and now we're in a 1 versus 1. Devi spam Stacks thanks to something pointing him out. Jing, whiffed. Buzz was quick to trade DH, who died to Waylay, who flanked all the way from mid after clearing it once she teleported back. Then people died in heaven, and something backstabbed Buzz after coming out of his ult. So Neon plants backside, and the 1v1 begins.
And then he's on the Neon, but Opposite just go ahead and try to get that spike in play. Weapon swap should be available to something. Given the corpses laid out here at long. Now just dialed in on the angle. Swaps to the Vandal. Flash not going deep enough. Gun barrel spotted out. Izu knowing exactly where he's at. And finds the kill to go ahead and get T1 2 rounds in a row.
T1 are tired of playing slow and want to fight A hard in their 1-3, while Paper X have 3 here, ready to meet them head on. The round begins and T1 take lobby with a recon long, skip across and a teleport, but Jing wants to hit back.
See what they want to do off the back of that. Quick, fast play here. TP going out.
Paranoia's got sent as well. Jing able to find one as Forsaken finds Meteor at the same time. Just push.
Now that's the teleport play I wanted to see from a moment earlier. Once realizing that the attackers were in here, Jing ripped his Paranoia and drifted towards this pipe, knowing he could get one, tuck, and get out safe. But what you didn't notice was that when all this commotion was going on, Forsaken just walked out of garage and killed Meteor. With this comp, Paper X can be anywhere at any time. Now down 3-5, T1 have to find a kill somewhere. So the rest of the offense walk up long, while Forsaken keeps pushing through mid, revealing where the offense have to be. With the crossfire in mid in case the offense leave and a double stack in sewer, the attackers are headed for the weak spot in Paper X's setup.
I'm watching outside garage for you. Ilong. Nothing see.
Now T1 have sight, but they didn't send anyone sewer. As Neon clears backside, how do they handle short?
Yeah. Ada inside? One more? Last backside. Remaining. Civil,
Spike down.
Nice! Ilya! Ilya, nice shot! Nice shot! Good boy! I'm watching your shot, but... Okay.
Now, I think the counter to these teleports would be to play super duper slow. I broke this down in an old Karma Corp video, but the one thing that Yoo-Hoo's and Waylay's TPs have in common is that they don't last forever. Meaning if you just wait around a while, their abilities will expire. But also making that read on the fly is a ton easier said than done. Instead, they feel like they should fight A again. I mean, since it failed so miserably just a minute ago, Paper X shouldn't expect it again, right? They aren't. There's only 2 on A, while these 3 are coordinating a push for something down mid. This A default has to work. If T1 lose, they have to save next. The round starts with the offense sending a smoke and gate crash down long. Neon and Omen jump around. They spot Forsaken and Patman, so Buzz rips a flash to push them back.
Rise and just peace out. Bit of a flash there though. Sends Forsaken.
It's so well read.
What other agent can do this? And what other players have the balls to pull it off? I think Paper X have noticed the constant TPs T1 have sent down long, and Waylay had just enough juice in her TP left to punish. But now what did T1 do? They have long control, and Neon discovers that originally Forsaken wanted to use this cover from the smoke to dodge the offense's recon. Pretty cool. Stacks drone short to clear that next, but look at here. Something knows that this spy cam up in the tree is holding mid, and something will be spotted if he continues pushing forward. So he calls Vice over to break this cam for him, and once it's gone, something moves forward. Now back on A, Paper X saw Neon cross.
Like a quarter into the wall and into the floor. Yoo-Hoo now pinned here. Smoke comes up to try to peel. Forsaken once again going on the peak. At the same time, Patman just spamming across.
I think old Paper X would have kept swinging and died. That's what I call character development. But Patman got one, spraying through the smoke, and now the heroes of our story are up 5-3. Maybe Cypher can find a kill in mid?
Ends up catching a strike. Something's lurked forward.
This comp allows Paper X to push as much as they want and never get punished. One side shows itself, retreats, then the other shows. This comp plays like a big game of hot potato. Each Paper X player taking turns, making plays, and it's got T1 in a blender. They have to save. T1 are forced to take a timeout. All right, guys, I want you to... What was that? Where was I? Oh, yeah, I need you to... What is going on? Just put... I can't take this anymore! Coming out of their timeout, T1 were forced to save and wanted to default mid. But that's where Paper X were. Leaving A wide open, their plan was to have Waylay bait for Yoo-Hoo, he gets his and gets out, and she takes his place. She was spamming the door, Yoo-Hoo whiffed, Waylay jumped out a window, got tagged by the drone, but shortly after used her slow to jump back in. This led to Buzz finding an insane timing that dragged him all across the map, but died, and the other pistols did too. But not before Yoo-Hoo fingered all of Paper X. Okay, let's scratch that. We're on another full buy, but Paper X feel like they can pull off another bait and switch despite last rounds not working so great. I guess T1 wouldn't expect the same thing twice. And it should work. They're defaulting mid fast in a 1-3-1. The round begins with the same cage and dark combo to pressure long, but Yoo-Hoo flies up mid quickly, preventing anyone from pushing down, but T1 smoke window wanting garage.
Everything you could want there from your Yoo-Hoo. Here he goes again. This time he's got backup.
Oh, sees multiple targets, decides to just back away. Something going to be doing very much the same, but there's the saturate laid back in for second. Reaggresses, and Jing tears them all to pieces.
Waylay peeked, teleported away, so T1 thought it was safe. But Yoo-Hoo was there. He teleported out, but Waylay flew from window behind her slow, got hers, and then you have Jing push through B with his ult online. How are you supposed to keep track of so many agents when they can all just disappear? T1 had to save again and decided to stinger rush B, but Paper X decided to quadruple fight A again and push all the way through. Then Device Thorns that confused me earlier boxed them in, and Waylay cleared all of mid by activating her refract, running, jumping, and dashing out to garage. She flushed that space with Vice and Window and has cleared out so much map control to safely start Paper X's retake.
Plenty of footsteps going to be heard. Turns from the flash, something able to find one. Stinger gets a good amount of damage across, but eliminations cannot be found. Shock darts at the ready. Izu trying to scale forward, but now the defuse is just being held, and there's really nothing more that can be done.
Finally, we're at the last round of the half, where T1 are tired of defaulting and are just splitting C with their dimensional drift. Pylon stacks his Harness Fury, and then this should be an easy first blood, if not a round win. I mean, maybe not if they TP out, but in Paper X's more passive setup, they have a nasty ult combo of their own. And Forsaken has an Odin aimed right at the attackers. The barriers fall, and he rips it through garage, but it doesn't connect. Forsaken has to fall with Yoo-Hoo coming right at him, but he gets smoked, spams some more, but Stacks has had enough of his teammates being spammed, forgets about his Yoo-Hoo's dimensional drift, and ults right at Forsaken. But only Divide gets chunked. Now, while he didn't do a lot of damage, he's cleared a path for Cypher to find a timing. But the defense are here, and Forsaken wants to spam some more since his teammates can hold his swing.
A little bit of damage, but Divide does get caught at the end. You're now forward here.
Cypher can't find shit! And with something hot on a flank, it's time for the combo you've all been waiting for. Fade Prowler's close to make sure no one's pushed and unleashes her Nightfall.
Player advantage again here in the hands of Paper X. Relay bolt to delay. Forsaken held back. Jing though, they have no audio, and he's just absolutely dumpstering them. Stacks to find one more, but Jing cleans up three. Forsaken has the final, and there you go. 10-2 at the half on T1's map pick.
The only thing that holds Omen's ult back from being stupid broken is it makes a lot of sound. But with Fade deafening everyone with her Nightfall, you don't have to worry about that. Now, which was crazier? This comp or their Clove Bind one where they 5-man ran it down long every round? Watch this video and you tell me.